When I was involuntarily diving deep into burnout, when it first started happening, one of the things that used to really bother me, well, it bothers me now. In the moment, it confused me, and it did bother me, but I couldn't articulate why, because I was in it. And oftentimes you can't articulate what you're feeling and speak to what you're feeling when you're in the middle of the storm. So this is me in hindsight, obviously. Jesus Christ. So one of the things when I was in my burnout journey, I was reaching out for support and advice somewhat unconsciously. I was just reaching out to friends, and I just wanted to have conversations with other performer friends because I was really confused on what I was feeling. I knew I was burning out, but I didn't know to what extent. Ducks. Where are they? There they are. I love ducks. It's my favorite bird, waterfowl. So I would speak with friends, and I was often left feeling really let down and disappointed. And it's not their fault. They're not bad people. It's just they weren't in the same space as I was. And I quickly discovered that nobody was. The people I was talking to were people who were still in the cycle of productivity and work and gotta work harder, like that whole cycle, basically productivity over humanity. And so when I had mentioned, like, I'm really tired, I don't feel like I like this anymore, I don't know what to do, that type of thing, a lot of times what I would get is two types of responses. One, the most common being like, you just need to take a week off. Just take a week off where you don't do anything. Like, go away for a week. As if 1 week is going to fix everything. It's giving a very boomer response of just stop being anxious. I would loop that into the same category. And then the second response that I used to get was, but you're so talented. So when I mention I'm thinking about stopping, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't know what's on the other side of that, holy shit. But Michelle, you're so talented. As if I have some sort of obligation to my skills and my talents and how long it has taken me to build them up and my community and my work. I am obligated to keep going because I am talented. And that really bothered me, and it was confusing at the time because, yeah, I have done this for a long time, and it does feel strange to think about the idea of throwing everything away. But a part of me at the time, like, there was a big portion of time, at least a year, where if I had something better to do, if I knew what I wanted to do, I would have dropped everything and quit everything and gone and done that. I would have done that then. Like, I was ready to quit everything because I couldn't see a way that I could keep going. And then I get, oh, you just need to take a week off. Okay, fuck you. Thank you for trying to help. Thank you. I'm grateful that you care enough to try, but also kind of fuck off. Like, so invalidating. Or, but you're so talented. As if I haven't been trying up until now. Again, invalidating. But it's not as if I hadn't been working my ass off for decades. But you're so talented. Yeah, and I'm 40 now. Have I not done enough? That really bothered me. Because then I would get like, oh, I'd hear that. And then I would keep going. Because I'm like, yeah, because I have that self-criticism of I'm never enough, I'm never doing enough. So then I would be like, oh, it's just that, I'll keep going. But then you run that cycle again and you're like, I can't keep doing it. And that's what it is. It was a lot of like cycles of like, I'm okay, I'm not okay, I'm okay, I'm not okay. But I was thinking about that today because I was thinking about the subtle signs of burnout and how all of my symptoms of burnout really just seemed insignificant as distractions until they weren't anymore. But also The community around me is also, still to this day, not good at recognizing or acknowledging the signs of burnout. Like most people would be like me, where they push through. And I know that there are more than just me, people, peers, colleagues that I work with in the film industry and the entertainment industry as a whole. Like, I know people are tired. I know other people feel like this. And it took me a really long time to like really work through that shame of like, like I got nothing. Like, this is it. Like, am I satisfied with my career up until this point? Like, because like at that time when I was really in it, I could not fathom like going to set and doing some sort of stunt day where I have to hit the ground. Like, I could not even fathom. Like, because my nervous system's a lot more healed and regulated now, even though I am prone to being activated at any moment. Like, I can fathom the work. I have worked. It's okay. I mean, I'm not like hunting the work and trying to be a number one lead double anymore, but like, if somebody's got a thing that I could do, I'm into it. If I have the availability, yeah, why not? But back then, like, I couldn't even fathom the idea of doing that work. I couldn't fathom the idea of keeping going the way that I had been keeping going, to keep training the thing that I had done my whole life and never stopped, to keep doing the staff spinning thing, the thing I have done my entire life since I was 5. Like, I got to this point where I'm like, I've explored all that I am interested in exploring on these topics. But because I've never allowed myself to even think about doing anything else, because my whole world has been my job, no wonder I freaking burned out. I don't have anything on the other side that's supporting me, nor do I even have any hobbies. So, talking about healing burnout is a whole other conversation, and I will get to that, but part of the burnout is the loss of identity. So if I was willing to put my career down, I was willing to lose that identity. And because I hadn't been doing any of the supporting work to support me, that being like relationships, life things, hobbies, like things outside of work that fill your cup, I didn't have any of that. So, except for my cats, that's like the only thing. So I had to get to the bottom of what it would be like to let go of everything and be willing to do it. That was the thing that I really noticed changed everything. Is, yeah, you can say you're going to do these things to really like take your control back from your nervous system collapsing and get to a regulated state where your body feels safe to function again. You can't do that without dropping all the ways that you operate in the world and build completely new programs. And the only way that happens is if you're completely 100% willing to drop who you were before the burnout. And I think it just happens naturally, though, because you get so tired that you can't hold on to that identity anymore. Like, you don't have the energy to even hold on to that identity. So while I'm going through this phase of time where I'm like ready to quit everything and just walk away, that seems like the most relieving course of action. It would be the quickest, even though I don't have anything on the other side. Or I just continue running those patterns. So I had to be willing to drop everything, but it happened right in the time where I wanted to quit everything. So it made it, I don't want to say easier, because it wasn't easy. It was very, very challenging. I thought of it as like you know those rubber band balls where there's just a bunch of rubber bands and then it creates a big ball, and then you have to, the only way to undo it is you have to untangle, or even better, headphones with a cord, where you just stick them in the pocket and then it comes out with this mind-boggling puzzle you have to untangle. You're like, how did that even happen? That's what it felt like. It felt like I had to untangle my ego and my identity from like my soul, who I really am, which I don't even know who that is. So this is fucking terrifying. But I had to start untangling that web, and I knew that that was the only way I was going to get to the other side. And part of that web was letting go of the identity that I am this high quality professional performer. I train all the time. That's what I've always done since I was a kid. That's all I've ever done. I don't have any other life skills other than that. So yeah, I had to be willing to let that go. And it was really fucking terrifying because I didn't have anything to land on. I felt like I didn't have a foundation. And then that sense of, well, I don't have a foundation. I don't even have a sense of self. I don't even have a sense of who I am when I don't do the thing that I do. So to me, in my little neurodivergent thinking logically brain, is obviously we need to figure out who we are and start filling those cups outside of work, because that's the one thing that I've never done. That's the one thing that I keep avoiding, because I don't want to do that. So that was my indication of where to start looking, to start healing. And we will have that conversation. Don't worry. Okay, bye.